A little early. I just want them to put Ace Attorney 4 through 6 on the Switch already. Because Emma in 4, I love Emma so much. Miss Emma. I'm saving because I am not sure what I need to present. Yes, I've played the first case of the second game. I don't know what's happening in the second case anymore. Is it this one? Or this one? Probably this one. And is it the piece?
Objection!
Mr. Garadeb, can I ask you to take a good look at this, please? You can ask, but I can't see a bowling thing. You can't? Used to call me Dead-Eye Deb back in the regiment, of course. But that was some time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days. I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest. Oh, he does. Dearie me, it's rather wearying. It's rather wearing being asked about every other letter and every other word. Sounds more like he's dyslexic. You must be very dizzy. What is that? A tiny scrap of metal? Yes, almost certainly from the tip of a blade. Now what may appear at first to be just a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence. Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence? It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garadeb's pipe. My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Counsel? Are you suggesting that it's in some way related to the matter of the stabbing on Briar Road? He's so cute when he's so cute. Ryunosuke's so cute. I am. What? When put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord. Oh, she's on the box because she's so short! It's just like bikini! You appear rather confident in that extraordinary statement, Counsel. Very well then, present the pertinent evidence to the court. Hey, Callie. What evidence, when paired with the fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of this entire case?
Take that!
The knife. This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you'll see that there's a small piece at the tip of the blade that is missing. Hi. A common issue with the inferior blades sold at unsavory street markets. Criminals who use them regularly leave the tips lodged in their victims' bones. And what of this particular knife? No doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate, now languishing somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Objection!
Gross. And also no. No, that's not the case. The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Garadeb's pipe. Oh. Oh my gosh, did you see Von Seeks? He just clutched his chest like he's having a heart attack. What? Good grief, Lord Von Seeks. I can't. Why is this so funny? Is it just because I'm tired? Is it because I've been awake for like 21 hours? No, it's not been 21 hours. No, not yet. Jeez, it's 17 hours. Oh, back in your box now, I see, madame. 17. What the heck? I don't believe it. Oh, that face, though. I like that face. The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal were a perfect match. Good golly gosh. Oh, Von Zeeks is so extra. He's worse than Miles. Is this Some sort of Eastern sorcery? This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle. A miracle? Someone seems to have figured it out, has he? Council, explain this extraordinary coincidence at once! Yes, my lord. The crucial point we have to ask ourselves here is when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Gyrodim's pipe? Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles. She did, yes. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Oh, they both know. Oh, dear you me. During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Miss Gyrodim flung this knife at her husband. However, oh, my game's getting choppy. The knife missed Mr. Gyrodim, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time. Seeing if that helps anything. Probably won't. Oh, it may have. Or it's just the way they move. Which caused the tip to break off. Of course. Good lord! Yes, and that is when the tiny tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Gyrodim's pipe. The chances of that are 1,000,000 to 1! And yet there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out of the open window. Ugh. In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the Gyrodim's house, is the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street below. Oh gosh! Oh dear! Oh! No! Aww. Don't throw her in jail. It was an accident. Oh, why are you objecting? Oh, you've recovered and you have your wine again. Can I have some? I think I need some after this. A full-bodied theory, I'll give you that. Theory? A complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points, plausibly arranged to create an almost passable vintage. What are you talking about? Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically Nipponese approach to bottling his argument. Sorry? But after all, it is just a theory. The bottle, I fear, is corked. Because you see, all the it's spoilt by an insurmountable inconsistency. Insurmountable... What? What do you mean? Lord Von Six, explain yourself. What is this inconsistency you claim to have identified? An inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord. The victim was found with the knife planted in the middle of her back. Yes, in her... She bent down to pick up the book, and that's when it happened. That's what it is. Oh, poor guy. Oh, look at it fade. Fades. Does it actually keep fading, or did it just fade a little? That's right, you silly little man. Oh, it's gone now. Now, Joan, old thing, what are you getting so excited about? Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If the knife that struck her had fallen from above, there's no possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back. Ugh! Yes, there is. She was bent down to pick up the book. Quite right. You see, that's exactly right. If the knife had fallen on her from above, it would have struck her on the top of her head. Well, he's lost for words. Look. I knew it. I never liked his theory in the first place. I don't know, though. It really did happen. It would appear the defense has made rather a spectacular blunder. If a theory has even one inconsistency, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history. We were so close. could see the truth. I was so sure we were on the right track. But now the way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency. Or in other words, we simply need to eliminate that one inconsistency, and the theory will stand. Susato, you mustn't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. You were just caught off guard, that's all. And your mind went blank. But if the path you were on is indeed correct, then the way will present itself. The key to this is in the court record, I'm sure. And all the information you need is there. It seems you have nothing to say, my new Beneath Prime. Well, your silence speaks volumes. A tacit acceptance that your theory is fatally flawed. I don't know if I said that word. Oh my gosh, the back of his coat is so burned. Lift your head. Lift your head, Ryunosuke. This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test. Yes. If the knife fell on the victim from above, there's no way that it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is. What are you implying, counsel? There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can explain this inconsistency. That can explain how the knife that fell from above could have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer. Goodness! Utter madness! Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak. I think it's the picture of her holding the book. This is the last inconsistency, the final piece in the puzzle. If I can successfully make sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last. The evidence that explains how the falling knife became lodged in the victim's back is... I'm saving. Because I don't know if it's the picture or if it's the book. It's none of this. I don't want to lose any of my life because I haven't lost any life in this case. Oh, is it the book or the picture? I think it's the book because the picture just shows that she has it in her hand, and it's not actually the explanation of how it happened.
Take that!
Oh my goodness, this game is so nerve-wracking. This, the fourth book found at the scene, is this is the final piece of evidence the defense will present. The burnt book? Is that not Mr. Garridim's book? Yes, and to understand its significance, we have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. This photographic print clearly shows the book in question, and the victim holding it in her hand. But as we all now know, it was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that. Except he said that she was already holding it. Quite so, as part of his wholesale transplanting of the crime scene to the opposite side of the road. That's true. However, as part of his testimony, Constable Beat made an extremely enlightening statement on that point. But, what made you place that book in the victim's hand? Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it. When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim had already picked the book up of her own volition. And clearly, that must have been before she suffered the knife wound. Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd have been doing much of anything. So the question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand? By Jingo! I think I'm beginning to see what may have happened now. Oh, dearie me. We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Garrett household onto the pavement below, at precisely the moment that the victim was walking past. Yes, at exactly that moment, the young woman was walking along the street in the light fog, when all of a sudden, the book fell right in front of her. The book I threw. Yes, Mrs. Garrett. What do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement? Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up. Yes, that's exactly what the woman in fact did. She picked up the book. Oh heavens! And when the woman reached down to pick the fallen book up, what position would her back have been in? That's right, facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over picking up the book, the next object fell from the room above, the jackknife, straight into the middle of her back. Jeez, it really was just an accident. At the same time, walking by chance directly behind Miss Screen was the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Well, I never! It appeared to Mr. Natsume that the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark and the fog, he didn't see the knife falling on her from above. Oh! And from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker. So there never was a real culprit to run from the scene in the first place. He just got scared. No, this was nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated in an unfortunate accident. And that is the real truth behind this case. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Garradeb? The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if perhaps it might have been something like that. There, old bean. Poor Mrs. Garradeb. Oh, of course, I never meant for anything of the sort to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book, and I threw the knife as well. John, dear. It's all right, I know. Aww, I'm ever so sorry. Truly. I'm sorry! And she faints again. Aww. Aww. Oh. She's too heavy. Oh dear. He has a bad knee too, don't he? Oh, down they go. Callie, be good girl. 3 more minutes. A few more minutes, Angel. Huh? And pet you, good girl. Lord Von Seeks? What news of Mrs. Garradeb? She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's events had left her in an especially flustered state. However, I believe she will recover in due course. There is no cause for concern. Yes, unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could have easily been a terrible tragedy. They shall have to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions. There is some good news, however, my lord. I have just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated. She woke up! Or she's improved. That's it. I figured she woke up. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon. It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we never once met her. I know. I'm like, it was an accident. They didn't mean to stab her. They weren't like, it wasn't something they planned out maliciously or anything. So I don't know if she can really be arrested or anything. How wonderful! The woman is out of danger, it seems. Yes, that is good news. So, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Oh, nervous. Yes! On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies. Aww. Callie? Yeah? You saw her out there? Yeah? Okay, alright, it's okay. No, it is me who should be begging your pardon. Oh no, Mr. Natsume. Oh, you heard her? Callie? You say hello? Come here. Come here. Hi. Sometimes she sounds like a Minecraft cat when she meows. To me, anyway. That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to the wrong conclusion again in my confusion. What conclusion, sir? I was sure that the woman was dead. Yes, Constable Beats said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she'd been killed too. I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless. It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog. They're haunting me. Poor Soseki-san. His imagination really has got the better of him. Yes, poor man. So, when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I should never have dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help! For a doctor, for the police! Instead, I've managed to create a rift in the relationship of trust between our two empires. And for that, I am truly sorry. It could be. His room is quite the mess. If I remember correctly, packed full of old musty books. Ugh. It also may just be him in a new place that he's been in for a year and just doesn't understand it. One could indeed say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. I did not have my game I didn't have my screen full, like, to the full size it can be. Oh my gosh. When they create a chain of unfortunate mishaps. Oh well, it's fine. It's just on my end. We were befooled by the spirit and led to false conclusions. But thanks to Lord Von Zeeks and our young lawyer here from the east, that chain has now been broken. The spirit exorcised. I heartily commend you both. Oh. Hold on. We're almost done. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes, my lord. In concluding this trial, I must ask one last time for your decisions regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court? As the foreman of this jury, I can assure you we've reached a fair and just conclusion. I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure. Sitting in for the old bean while she's out of action, you know. But I know what her decision would be. Does this mean I'll finally be able to get out of here and start work? Well, it's about time. I say I'll have a corker of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home, won't I? Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman!
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yay! Yay! Where's the confetti? Where's Gumshoe with the confetti? I guess we're about a little over 100 years too early. Very well, Mr. Soseki Natsume. I hereby pronounce you not guilty! There's the confetti! There's the confetti, though, if it's not Gumshoe. And finally, Mr. Natsume. Oh, yes, Lord Sir. You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue to further your education in British culture. And may you never again be brought before me. Oh, yes, sir, of course. All my life. I swear I'll never set foot in a courtroom again. I am transported to tears. I love him. Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned. Callie. Come here for a second. It's okay. I'll let you in just a minute. We'll leave in just a second. February 20th, 3:17 p.m. Oh, wow. It's actually 10 days till February 20th. The Old Bailey, defendants in the chamber. Oh, locum. Wait. You mean me? Of course! Is there another locum here? Is there even one? Compared to the original locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it? What's wrong with using my actual name? Oh, at last I'm free! I'm free! Joyful, joyous jubilation! Heady, hearty happiness, hurrah! Oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsume is delighted. Would it be so hard just to say that then? Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink! Well, what happened to the poor woman was in no way your fault after all. Hi, welcome to the desk. What's up? What you want? No, don't rub your face on my water, please. Callie. Hi. You gonna go back to the floor of the bed? Hi. Hold on, a cat isn't very much need of attention. She is. Oh, what a sweet girl. You wanna lay down? No, don't knock the switch off, please. Don't knock the switch off. Don't. Aw, you sweet girl. Don't put your backside on. Oh, yes, this is good. Yes, good girl. Yeah, I'll move my phone in the remote. There you go. Lay down. Don't worry. It's okay. Lay down. Lay down, Callie. Oh, you found the books? The author's books? That's neat. I was thinking about looking them up and seeing what the guy wrote about myself. Oh, there we go. Good girl. So fluffy, so soft, so sweet. I call her and Fiona multicolored friends because Fiona is brown and white and Callie has all the colors. Oh, he was a poet? Ooh. Oh, she's so happy. You're so happy, aren't you? I'm gonna take a picture real quick, if you'll let me. Oh, somebody just demands attention. Yes. What a good kitty cat. You sit right there for a minute, okay? I'm just glad everyone can see that now. No, 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 not that! Lovely, loyal, locum lawyer! Yes? I mean, as I said before, I have just never got used to life here in Great Britain. Oh, a novelist. Oh, interesting. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. And from high up windows, I see them looking down on me, laughing. Look at that little hunchback. Oh dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsume. But today, you, locum lawyer, gave my gloom the boot. You stood firm behind that baronial bench before all those babbling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. And when I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bailey's roof, I bellowed, "Behold, the best barrister ever born!" Well, that's very flattering, and very, very pleased for you. This has given me a wonderful anecdote to recount to my old friends back in Japan. An anecdote? Because that wants to become of all my hard work. Ah, there you are, my dear fellows. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I rose late this morning. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, what a pleasure to see you. I see I am here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say. Oh. The trial shall begin presently, Mr. Naruhodo. I wish you the very best of luck. It's just finished. What? No! Then my haste was in vain? Ah! It's you! Airlock Sholmes! Oh, have we met, sir? This is Mr. Natsume. The man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters have taken place in the gloom. Neither of your bleak lodgings or that pleasant cell. I simply couldn't place that curious face in the light. Charming. This is all your fault, Airlock Sholmes. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I have placed you now. You're the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you not? Had she been taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now. No. But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. We're but human after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience. Callie, hold on. Yes, hold on, please. I do feel very bad about how I behaved. Well, never mind. Now then, what was it that you wanted to say to me, sir? Nothing. Ha 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 ha! Priceless! Oh, I am sorry, really, but that was quite priceless. Poor Soseki-san. Still, on the bright side, you've had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And it would seem you were not even found guilty. But there is no bright side. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsume? Callie. Here, come on. You can leave first. Come on. Go ahead. Bye-bye. Hi, Soa. Do you want to come in? You want to come in? Hi. Replaced one cat with another. Even after all this, I'm still cursed by the spirits and now by the Reaper! Ah, Lord Von Zeeks. I haven't forgotten, you know, what facing the Mana Court means! Even if you're not found guilty, you're still doomed! It will be alright. It will be alright, Mr. Natsume. If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I will protect you. Hiya! Aw. But I'm not the Reaper. Where are you, baby? Hi, baby. Oh, you want to leave already, too? Hi. Oh, my handsome little mister. This would be a lot better if I had a webcam up, but my room's a mess. Okay, hold on. I'll let you in a minute. With a perfectly executed Susato takedown! Much as I like being turned on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Miss Susato. I love Susato. So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friends back in Japan? Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon. Oh. It has already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain. I've visited universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honored with the tutelage of professors. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here in the city it has shaped. And I've come to realize that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it. That's... Oh! Serena SMG, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. We're, as soon as we finish this case, we're gonna have to end for the night because I'm tired and my cat doesn't really want to be in here even though he just came into the room. He's staring at himself in the mirror. It's a little weird. It's very touching, Mr. Natsume. Or, in perhaps less veiled terms, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse? That's not it at all! The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen a work of my own. Oh, I see. A work of literature by Soseki-san. Could be an interesting read. And what about Miss Susato and yourself, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry, what about us? I'm so glad! I'm glad. I love Sakura. She's so good. She's my favorite character. I have not caught up on Boruto. But I know that they adapted the Sasuke Retsuden novel. I have that novel. I need to read it. But that makes me so happy. Sakura is my favorite. She's the best. Will you return to Japan alongside your mustached compatriot? Why would we? A week has not yet passed since we arrived in London. And only now does it feel as though we have finally found our feet. And you are accommodated in a hotel at present, are you not? That's right. But we need to find lodgings before it bankrupts us. I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted. Oh my goodness. Well then, you can take my lodgings. Oh, the windowless room? But what it lacks in windows, it more than makes up with floor, ceiling, and walls. Great. And of course, I'd be happy to leave behind the accursed evil spirit. Oh my, the evil spirit? Oh yes. It tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's an infallible wake-up call. Is he sure it's not just a cat? Well, think about it, if that's alright. Perhaps I can offer a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me? Really? Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. Though it is up in the attic, I might add. Are you sure it isn't just a storage loft? I was caught up on Boruto when it started, and then I just kind of stopped watching it because I got busy. So I'm not caught up at all. I don't remember how far I made it. I have seen up through the Sarada Gaiden adaptation, which I know is only like episode 25. I keep meaning to go back to it, but I'm watching One Piece right now, so like... I probably should fit some Boruto in between all the One Piece. I really should, honestly, and I need to read it, because I know there's stuff happening in the manga. I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of? Oh, this is simply wonderful! What an honor to be invited to take lodgings in the great detective's office's attic! I'm too overcome for words. So suggesting we look elsewhere out then. Ryunosuke just does not like Sholmes very much, does he? Then it's settled. I was to prepare a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come too, Mr. Natsume, I insist. I don't know what to say, but thank you. And yes. Wonderful. Then I'll go and complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long. Somebody's happy. Welcome. I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London. Likewise, Mr. Natsume. It's been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But oh, come, we'll meet again one day. Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then, I'll be a successful lawyer. Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful author. Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Mr. Sholmes. I've little doubt Mr. Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening. Aww. And so, Saseki-san's innocence successfully established. We rode with Mr. Sholmes to what was to become our new home, 221B Baker Street. Oh, we get some more. Oh my goodness, it really is just an empty attic. The attic room. Huh. Interesting. So this used to be our new office, yes? Our office? I rather like the sound of that. Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it? I hope you can see this, Kazuma. It's only a small step. But I'd like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now. So, my dear fellows, do you like the place? Oh, he's so wearing his coat. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, yes. Thank you so much. It's a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it. Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you. I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. Alright then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Splendid. So, Mr. Naruhodo, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? It's very exciting, actually. I can't help wondering what adventures await us. Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London, that is. Sorry? London is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, and mirth. The brightest of lights cast the darkest of shadows. Oh, I've never seen him look this serious before. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. So, once again, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London. Why does that welcome to London seem so weird? It's not just the way I said it, obviously, but just the way that it's, like, implied. Of course, at the time, I had no idea the significance of those words Mr. Sholmes so casually spoke. But it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the true depth of the murk that lay behind it. Ooh. Ow, my hair got stuck in my glasses. Interesting. Obviously, case 5, we're gonna finish this game. Not tonight, because I know this case is going to be horribly long. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. Ooh. Let's let the video play. Play from the start of this episode, yes. Hound of the Baskervilles.
It's coming!
Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness.
Hold on, Felix.
The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us.
Uh-huh.
A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear.
Look well, Wilson,
Holmes declared,
Long.
gazing
It's
upon the
longer
mystical
compared to
beast.
the other ones.
for this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
Huh. What is going to happen in this case? Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. Oh. April 15th, 9:13 a.m., Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh, knocking. Look at our room! That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see, what case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not, how silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So shall we go down to Mr. Sholm's suite? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? Then once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. That was fun. That's a fun ending. This is a scary beginning. I'm concerned. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm actually gonna leave it here so that the music plays because it's very nice music. Oh my gosh, it's past midnight. I just noticed it's past midnight for me. It's been almost 3 hours. Oh my gosh, that was a very long ending. I should have started on time. I am so sorry. I really should have. But, okay, I am gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Well, I'm gonna take my vitamins, I'm gonna go brush my teeth, and I'm gonna go to bed. I might start playing Professor Layton on my DS while I lay in bed. I don't know. But I'm gonna go to bed. I'll be back Sunday with Pokemon. And we're gonna try and find the next member of our badge quest before we go on to Mesagoza and fight Nimona. So, I'll be back then. This again next Friday. We'll continue this case. And World Ends with you on Tuesday. It's Valentine's Day, but I don't have a boyfriend. Or husband, so... Oh well, we'll celebrate Valentine's Day with The World Ends With You, probably. Unless I decide something else, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna do that still, since that's what we need to be doing. We need to finish that game. So we'll do week 3, day 1 on Tuesday. But yeah, I'll be back Sunday, so have a good night. Bye!